Weaponeer here, and this is the VZ-58. And we've been doing a short series on the accessories you can get from either Northeastern Arms or Neit Arms. And this is the last accessory that I'm going to be featuring for a while. And this is a simple one. What you do is you go ahead and take a look at this right here. This right here is a single point sling plate. Right here. Not this part here, but here and here. These two little loops. Now, I have to point out that if you have a folding stock like this one, well, you can't use this little plate here. And the reason is the plate sticks out on the right. Now, what you can do is you can go ahead and use this, but you have to grind off the right-hand loop. And the reason is when you try to fold it, well, it gets in the way right here. And that's the reason. They point that out on their website. They say not for use with stocks. Well, you can use it with a, well, not use it with a folding stock. You can still use it. Just remember that you can't fold your stock if you're using it. Now, I have mine mounted because I wanted to show it to you. And it's really nice if you like a single point sling. I prefer single point slings. I like the ability to go ahead and keep that right here. And that way it's always at the ready. I can always go ahead and bring it up and use it. Now, this right here is the same type of plate design that I use on my ARs. So because of that, I'm already used to the design. And because of that, I'm comfortable with it. So this is a nice little add-on if you are into the single point slings, and the side square sling that's on here, if that one right there just doesn't suit you, you can go ahead and get this little sling plate right here and use this instead. It's a good idea. Like I said, you have to be aware that if you intend on using this with a folding stock, that you would have to modify this, or if they come out with one with just only one loop. I haven't seen it yet. They might have one, but I haven't looked in a while. So these are really nice to be using, your single point slings with the hooks on them, so you can go ahead and have your rifle on the sling, or you can go ahead and take it off the sling really easily. I like that feature because sometimes the sling's just in the way. And so this right here just makes it easier to do that with. Really nice design. They did a good job on it. I don't have any complaints about it, other than the fact that you have to be aware that you can't use it with a side folding stock without modification. In the past, I've gone ahead and I showed you the upper and lower handguard from Northeastern Arms, and the tactical bolt release, as well as the ambidextrous ambidextrous magazine release. And now the last item is this ambidextrous, I guess you can call it, single point sling plate. And like I said, this is a very well made item. This right here is 6061 T6 aluminum type 3 anodized, so it's going to look like all the other parts. And it's just it fits the design very well. It flows with the design of the weapon, and no, I think they did a really good job on it. I would like to see a single loop design, so you can go ahead and just have it on the right, or the left, I mean, not the right. Get rid of the one on the right, that way you can still use a folding stock. If you have the buttstock adapter for AR stocks, well, if you went ahead and used that on here, then you wouldn't have a problem at all. You could have this just like your regular ARs, along with an AR buttstock. So that's what I probably intend on doing down the road, as well as putting on a cantilever scope mount. That right there gives this weapon all the little accessories it needs to perform as good, if not better, than a lot of the modern weapons. While this accessory right here is probably the least needed, and I have to say that for a reason. Upper and lower handguard, better cooling, and everything else. They really do provide. It's a better upgrade over the originals. And as for the tactical bolt release, well, obviously the original didn't have the bolt release like this. So this right here is a much needed upgrade. And the ambidextrous magazine release, big paddle magazine release, great add-on, something else that you really need to have. As far as a single point sling, do you need to have it? Not really. Is it nice to have? Yes, it's very nice to have. So, you know, if you like single point slings, I highly recommend it. Even if you have the side folder, you can always modify the darn thing. You know, cut the side off and don't have to worry about it. If you have any comments or questions, this is the end of our VZ-58 series. Hopefully we have another one in the future. There are a few other companies that are producing upper and lower hand guards, and they're probably producing a lot of other extras, and I can't wait to see them. They're just beautifully designed items and really turn this rifle into a more modern rifle. And it really makes it much easier to go ahead and use, whether you're shooting in the field or right in the range. There you go. The VZ-58, model 1958. And I'm Weaponeer. Comments or questions, leave it below. Don't forget to rate. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Weaponeer, and I'll catch you in the next video.
What you want?